you love to play. Oh, you love to play. Don't your comments won't relay. Sign this on my page for you. Oh my God, he changed. Young life, I can't see back karma. I just need some brains so I could keep myself in order.
He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time. Okay. I've experienced seldom minute instances of domestic violence. I'm not trying to belittle any instance, but compared to what I've seen other women go through, my stuff is minute. I'll say that. But I'm telling a story because it kind of came out of the blue. Like when you're dating someone, like you never expect for this person to hit you. And I'm not even talking about just men. This is men and women, because women abuse men too. So when you're starting today and you're getting to know each other and you're vibing, you're having a good time, you never expect that from your partner at all. Yeah. I don't know, I guess I'm trying to set the scene, I guess. Well, anyway, I had this little, I won't say little, this person that I was dealing with, I was dealing with someone, right? And we were really, really cool to the point where I thought we were in a place where we could communicate effectively, no matter the subject. I thought we were in a place where we could communicate effectively, right? In this particular instance, it shocked me. It kind of shocked me. It shocked me. So lo and behold, like, things were going good for a while, and then it kind of started getting rocky because he was going through other things, and then the other things was kind of jacking him up mentally. And with the other things jacking him up mentally, it kind of overflowed into our situation. And I wasn't liking that, to the point where it was like how we had started talking to each other. It was like we couldn't even have like a decent, just all around chill conversation. It seems like it would always go left. No matter what the conversation was, it's like we could be talking about toothpaste and it would go left, like Colgate is better than Crest type situation, to the point where it was like I'm team Colgate and I'm team Crest, like it, and it just didn't make sense. It seemed like it was just always go left. It wasn't the same vibe as it was before. And so I'm the type of person, because again, I grew up in trauma. No matter how many times I may want to change it or try to sugarcoat it or try to make it look better, I grew up in trauma. That's just the truth of it. And when you grow up in trauma, like, you still have triggers. Like, you have things that you don't even realize that you do until like I didn't notice like a lot of things that I did and do and deem as normal until I went to counseling, until I went to therapy. And I started, like, my therapist, and this is why I say you have to have a good therapist, because the therapist hits all of that. Like, shows you, like, this is not normal, even though you've deemed it normal, because that's how you survive, so to speak. They teach you how to react to things differently. Like, it's just, therapy does a lot when you have a great counselor. And it took me going through 5. The 5th one was the great one. I had to go 5. But anyway, so I'm the type of person now, after counseling and after therapy, it's like I try to use my pinpoints. I try to use my pinpoints to make things work and make things make sense, or to remove myself out of a situation. And so at this point in time, it's like, it's not the first time, it's been multiple times where we're doing this. And it's like, so clearly we're not healthy for each other if this is how the communication is going, right? So in my mind, it's like, okay, let me remove myself for a while. Not necessarily saying like this is completely over. It's more like, let me remove myself for a while, because maybe we just need a break. Maybe we just need some time apart. Because if it's not healthy for us to be in the same vicinity, if we can't even have just a casual general conversation, something's wrong, and that we're not healthy for each other, right? So me, in my mind, thinking that I'm helping the situation. This story time is very short. Very, very short. Me thinking that I'm helping the situation. I asked, like, hey, can we meet, because I need to talk to you. And so I meet up with the person, and you're already on defense. You're already on defense. Like, you can tell, like, the vibe. You can tell, like, that feeling that you get, regardless of it being romantic or just regular friendship. You can tell, like, when somebody wants you there, or if they're on defense, or like the vibe that you get from a person. You can tell, like, you can tell. So we meet up, and we're sitting in my car, and I was like, like, right now, I think, like, we need to separate. Like, we don't need to be around each other, because we're not healthy for each other. Like, we're toxic. We're toxic for each other, because we can't even have, like, just a normal conversation. Baby, why you don't want me to tell the story? Okay, I don't know who this gonna help during this time, honey. Oh my God. We need to separate from each other, because we can't even have, like, a normal conversation. We can't communicate. And don't get me wrong, like, this person still means the world to me. Still. So we're sitting, I was like, we can't even have a normal conversation. We can't even, like dwell in the same vicinity for a long period of time anymore. So maybe we need time apart. Like maybe we need to, let's just stay away from each other for now until we figure out like what's going on, because we can't communicate. Like we're not communicating. It's like toxic. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, and we used to be like each other's safe space. So he was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, okay, so, okay. And I was like, so, I won't call you. You won't call me. We won't come around. Like we're separating. Like we staying away from each other. And so he was like, that's it? Like that's what you came down here for? This is what the talk is about? And I was like, yeah. And so he was like, you could have said this over the phone. And I'm the type of person, when I feel like it's something important, where the phone and text messages don't do it justice. It's like I need to see you face to face. We need to have a sit down conversation, because I don't want vibes or anything to be misconstrued, because I'm coming to you like I'm not coming to you nasty. I'm not I'm not saying like this is forever. What I'm saying is, at this very moment, in this very present time, we're not healthy for each other. And if we're supposed to be each other's safe space, and we're supposed to be helping each other heal, and we can't even have just a normal regular conversation without it going left, something's off. And I don't know if it's you, I don't know if it's me, I just know something's off. So if the process of elimination, get yourself out of that space. Stay away from each other. Because maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, again, it could have been me. Because it was like, well, maybe it's something that I said. Maybe it's something that I'm doing. But if we're no longer each other's safe space, this is toxic. And it's not helping either one of us. In my mind, that's what I was thinking. And so he was like, you could have said that over the phone. And I was like, well, when it's something important, I don't think like I should say stuff like this over the phone. Like that I want, I don't want to text you. I don't want to say this stuff on the phone. I don't want anything to be misconstrued. Like I just, like I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm not like, this is nothing vindictive. Like I just think because we can't even have a normal conversation, this is something like I want to make sure that we're both agreeing upon this. You know what I'm saying? Because you have feelings too. Like you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, or you may have come up with a solution. Like, hey, maybe we don't see, since we're seeing each other 4 times a week, maybe we'll put it down to 2 instead of completely like not seeing each other. Communicate. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, it's not. Like I'm trying to be fair. He was like, you know what? Park over here. Move the car over here. So, because we were faced a certain way. And so you wanted me to turn the car around. So basically, like, the car was like this, like facing this way. And you wanted me to turn the car around towards the fence where, like, it's like trees and bushes, basically. And so I was like, well, why am I moving the car? And I was like, there's nothing for me to move the car for. Like I was like, this is literally the conversation. And he was like, move the car over there, park by my car. So I moved the car and I parked by his car. And I was like, I'm not understanding why I needed to move the car. Like I was like, why we need to move the car? Now mind you, again, like I said, we were really, really cool. So this person means the world to me. Like we vibed a lot. And so it was like, most of the time, if I'm turning my car towards the fence, like we're having sex in the car. And so I was like, that So my big, truth be told, my period was on. I was like, my period is on, so there's nothing we could do. Because again, not saying all men do that, but most men do that. Because it's like, if I can pull you back in that way, you'll forget about us separating for a while. And so when I said that, you you was like, I'm not even gonna do anything to you where that's even an issue. And so I can tell like the difference in the tone of your voice. And so it's like, I was just letting you know. Right? I don't know what flipped. I don't know what hit the switch. I don't know. I don't know what I said. I don't know what I said. Because I know we were sitting there and we both were staring, facing toward the fence. And we were talking. And I don't know what I said that was out the way. I don't remember what I said. As far as, like, hey, we agree upon us, taking a break, us staying away from each other. I don't know what I said. I just remember, the next thing that I do remember is you slapping me in my chest. Like, open hand, open palm. And it was harder than that. Like, but I remember the sound. And then the next thing, you had your hands around my throat. And while you had your hands around my throat, you were talking. And I don't remember verbatim what you were saying. And I think most of me was like in shock because, like, I can remember like the pressure around my throat and how you kept squeezing to the point where, like, I'm pulling at your hand. And while I'm pulling at your hand, I'm pulling and I'm holding, and I can remember hearing you saying, "Let my hand go. Let my hand go." While your hand is still around my neck and you're choking me. And I can remember hearing you saying, "I should bite your face. I should bite your face." Because if I bite your face, nobody would want you. Like, you won't be, I won't be pretty anymore, so to speak. And so I'm still pulling at your hand and you're still saying, "Let my hand go." And at this point in time, I can feel my eyes rolling because I'm losing consciousness. Like, I'm close to losing consciousness. And I guess that was enough. And you let me go. And I'm trying to grasp for air. And you're starting to get out of the car and you say, "Okay, fine. We'll stay away from each other." You slam my car door and you walk back into the building. As you're walking back, like, I'm leaving, and I'm kind of miscombobulated, nervous, scared, and my arm hits the horn. When my arm hits the horn, it startles you because I can see you, like, in my rearview mirror, because I'm looking to make sure, like, I'm not gonna hit you with my car. So you look back to make sure, because once I hit it, it scared you when you look back, and then you kept walking. And on the way home, like I'm driving home, it's a 20 to 30 minute drive. And the whole time, like, I'm replaying it in my head over and over and over and over. And in my mind, I'm sitting there going, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say wrong? What happened? How did we get here? Because remember, again, this person means the world to me. Still. Means the world to me. So I get home and I park, and I'm just sitting in the parking lot. And I call Nurse 1. And I tell Nurse 1 what happened. And so she was like, I'm sorry. And she, tells me about an experience that she had. And, I guess to try to, I don't know. I don't know if she was trying to make me feel better, or trying to, I think it was more of trying to, like, she basically saying, like, I can relate. Like, I know with the feelings that you're going through right now, so I can relate. Because it's somebody you trust, it's somebody you care about, somebody you love. And you never expect them to get to that point. Even when I read the title of the story on my list, I told the Blade story first, and I was like, let's do that story first. Talking to myself, like, let's do this story first, to kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of talk me out of this one. I don't know. And this is not the only instance that has happened between me and this person. There was another instance that kind of shocked me. Maybe I'll tell that separately. I don't know. But I think this video is more to, like, in that moment, like, looking back, the reaction of me, like, in my mind saying, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Making it my fault, when in reality it wasn't. It wasn't my fault. It's more of you being able to control your emotions and your actions, not necessarily me. And I thought in my mind that the best thing for us to do was remove each other, so we didn't get to that point, and it still got to that point. And I don't even know what I said. Because, again, I wasn't cussing him out, as far as I know. Like, the tone, we were both on the same field. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody going through that situation? So let me say this. It's hard to tell people to get out. It's hard to tell people to leave. With time invested, I don't know. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life. I'll see you in the next one.